And holy shit. Okay. All right. Man up, Alpha Strain. Man up. It's Black Ops time. What do you mean gonna cry? I did cry. Dude. Holy shit, man. A prequel in Gears of War. This is great. I can't wait. But here we are, guys. The Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct. Time to get these tears away.
Hello and welcome to Treyarch in Los Angeles, and thanks for joining us today. We're excited to share what we've been working on for the past few years. For Black Ops 6, we really wanted to give ourselves the time to craft something truly great. This means we're delivering a new level of polish and innovation across all parts of the game.
I hope you are. I want it to be really great.
For over 20 years, and I can tell you that we have something special on our hands with Black Ops 6. And I know that the team are excited to give you a deep dive into our campaign and global innovations across the entire game.
Rolling.
With Black Ops 6, we're taking players to a new but familiar era, the early 90s. In true signature Black Ops fashion, our story builds on real history, thrusting players into a conspiracy where a shadowy force has infiltrated the highest levels of the US government, branding anyone who resists as traitors and forcing players to go rogue for the first time to fight the very machine that created them. The team has been meticulously crafting every aspect of this game to deliver the fun and attitude players expect from the Black Ops franchise.
Multiplayer is of course here and brings the Black Ops style and provides a playground for the brand new Omni movement system. A new way to push beyond your limits and move like an action hero. You'll see a sneak peek of that later today. Round-based zombies is absolutely back and better than ever, and you can be sure it's full of surprises. With that, let's step into the mind-bending campaign experience we've been crafting with our partners at Raven.
No turning back now.
All right, our first look at gameplay.
Every Call of Duty player has a favorite campaign mission. When we set out to make Black Ops 6, we were focused on delivering missions so iconic that they stick in your memory long after. We are bringing that action-packed blockbuster feel to every step of the narrative. We are giving you more variety, more dynamic moment-to-moment gameplay, and more options to finish each mission.
We can do this loud or quiet.
Yes. Quiet, baby. Screw loud. Quiet. I'm going quiet,
The game
baby.
is packed with unexpected moments of Black Ops mystery. It's a high-octane spy thriller where you're never sure who to trust and what's real. And it's all set against the backdrop of the early 90s. The Soviet Union was crumbling after the fall of the Berlin Wall and the end of the Cold War. The US is the only remaining superpower. The Gulf War was dominating headlines everywhere, and there was a growing mistrust in government reflected everywhere across the music, television, and pop culture of the time. When we talk about the Black Ops timeline, Black Ops 6 comes after the events of the Cold War, but is directly tied to the 1986 flashbacks in Black Ops 2, the aftermath of which has left our heroes in dire circumstances.
1980. Ooh.
Something you should see.
So yeah,
Black Ops
Woods is
6
in a
blends
wheelchair.
The rich and gritty history of previous franchise titles with bold new characters, with veteran Frank Woods as our through line in our story.
Please tell me it's the original voice actor, though.
In this new chapter, we see a different side of Woods following his traumatic injury at the hands of Raul Menendez. He's been pulled from the field as he adjusts to a new role within the CIA, often behind a desk or on the other end of a radio. His protege is Troy Marshall, who's been making a name for himself in the field. Marshall is a reluctant leader driven by a strong moral compass. Marshall and Woods are working with another new face in Black Ops 6, CIA handler Jane Harrow. She's a born leader, fearless and brilliant, and helps manage their relationships within the agency. Woods' ability to operate in the shadows has always been hugely valuable to the CIA, whether they want to admit it or not. And Marshall has the ability to make tough calls in the field, ones that Harrow trusts him to make. But when an operation goes wrong, Woods and Marshall are suspended and ultimately forced to go rogue. They soon realize they have to trust each other to get to the bottom of what's going on. without any of their usual resources. They have to build their own team, recruiting 2 exciting new characters in Felix Newman, a technical genius, and Savati Dumas, a mysterious assassin. With the end of the Cold War, these former enemies have become new allies. And with the sudden return of notorious operative Russell Adler, who'd gone missing for months,
so glad to have
former
Adler
ally
back.
may have become a new enemy.
For the Black Ops single-player campaign, we prioritized mission variety and unique experiences. Our goal was to offer players a wide variety of mission types, each crafted from the ground up. One moment, you'll be storming a palace. The next, you'll be pulling off a heist at a casino. We aim to take players all over the world and immerse them in vastly different experiences. Within these missions, we wanted gameplay to unfold in multiple ways, giving players the freedom to navigate through them as they see fit. Where we have different combat styles, we also have conversation opportunities where you can talk, barter, and manipulate your way into different experiences. And we think you'll want to replay levels to see them all.
All right, gameplay looks good. It should.
We are excited to offer a variety of different enemy types in the campaign. The goal was to provide different challenges for the player. So whether they choose to go in guns blazing or take a stealthier approach,
Line them up right, you can take them both down with one shot. Nice and quiet.
we've continued to push on what's possible in terms of how our enemy combatants behave. Your enemies will be relentless, constantly seeking to outmaneuver you throughout the levels. They'll cut off escape routes, push on players' location, and force them to think on their feet. We've created certain missions where we give you a high-level objective and a variety of ways to approach that objective. One mission in particular takes place in a vast desert in Iraq. You and your team are hunting down missile launchers with the SAS. It's one of the largest campaign maps that we've ever created.
Look alive, people! They know we're coming!
You'll find that some of our destinations have a startling contrast in look and feel as well. We have a mission that takes place in an opulent casino in Southern Europe. It's unlike any past mission in Call of Duty. And what the player does in this space is totally unexpected. And another one of our missions we have set in the harsh tundra of northern Russia.
We are excited to offer an array of brand new equipment, as well as some favorites from the Black Ops universe. RCXD, Tranquilizer Trap, Adrenaline Stem, Homing Knife, Disruptor,
The campaign is grounded within an expanded campaign hub called the Safe House. You might remember we also had that in Black Ops Cold War. But this time, we wanted to think a little bit more broadly about the environment. We chose to have our team's hub located in a more naturalistic setting. So, it's in an abandoned manor by an ocean cliffside. What's most unique is that it used to be a KGB black site, which was operational during the 50s and 60s. This brings a lot of intrigue to the Safe House and will allow players to explore and discover secrets from the past. The team is also bringing back the evidence board, which is still the centerpiece of the Safe House experience, but with brand new upgrades. Players can view the campaign outline, gain deeper insights into missions,
So just like
and analyze
Cold
evidence
War,
collected
in a lot
throughout
of ways.
missions.
Quiet on the side, please. Okay. Capture.
Okay, the attacker comes in.
I'll go. 3, 2, 1, go.
That was sick.
Great.
I think we got it.
With Black Ops 6, our goal is to create a more connected experience that keeps players immersed across every single mode. We've pushed ourselves at every corner to innovate and craft the most signature Black Ops experience for our players. movement has been a consistent area of focus.
Have we had a
and innovation.
90s Call of Duty game? I don't
With
think
Black
so.
Ops 6,
I can't think of
we're
one.
redefining movement across the entire game. For the first time ever, players can sprint in any direction and move like a true Black Ops action hero with an entirely
Wow.
new global system we call Omni movement.
That's cool.
This unlocks the ability to move like never before and seamlessly chain combat maneuvers.
Modern
like
Warfare wasn't in the
slide,
90s, though.
dive, and our enhanced supine prone and full 360 degrees range of motion.
From the beginning, we started with, you can't do this thing, why? And then realized people actually move that way. What happens if we get rid of that construct? And then instantly it opened up like, oh, if you can sprint in any direction, then you can dive in any direction, you can slide in any direction, which then led to all the on the ground movement and everything else chaining together.
This could be really good. Oh my gosh, this could be really cool. You could be like getting shot at from behind and then immediately do this spin
Really been
and
something
take them
that
down.
changes how you think
That
and
could be
play
really
the game,
cool.
whether it's campaign, MP, or zombies. We truly believe that once you experience Omni movement, there's no going back.
Oh, the all gillied up mission was in the 90s? I mean, okay, that could be. Was it though? All
We
gillied
also
up was
have
in the
what we're calling
90s?
Intelligent movement,
I
which
thought that
is
was
a
in
set
like
of
the
features
80s or
that
70s.
drastically reduces
Or-
how many buttons or keys
well, it
you're
was
pressing
Price, but
to
how
perform
old is
various movements.
I have to
These
look
can
back
be
into that.
enabled in player options, and they're broken down into 3 categories: sprint assist, mantle assist, and crouch assist. And each of these settings will allow for fine-tuning. Intelligent movement really started with this
No
idea
button
that we
presses?
want all players to focus on what
Nice.
they want to do and not how to do it.
Okay, this is cool. That's
We
going to
want
make it
every
so
player,
much easier
regardless
to
of skill level or
to be
input or
actually good at
experience
moving
level,
around the map without having to like be
engage
an
with
amazing player, you know?
live out their own action hero fantasy and Black
It'll give the
Ops
people that are
6.
really good a harder time to kill enemies or guys that aren't as good, which makes you feel like
We looked at other
you're getting
genres like
better.
racing games where they have these great assist settings that can be turned on and off. Things like traction control or assisted braking. And we really love the idea of taking that thinking and applying it to our own movement options. I don't think this is a one-size-fits-all thing, and I encourage players to play around with combos of these settings to really dial in their preferred setup. Hit zones are regions on a character that react when taking damage or dying. In past games, we've only had 4 regions. For Black Ops 6, we've actually increased that to 9 regions, so now we can determine if that enemy was shot in their left leg or right leg, and then we'll play a bespoke death animation depending on that location that they were hit. So world connectivity is this concept that players' movement and
I
reactions
will be doing a platinum of
connected to
Metal
the
Gear
world
Solid
based
Delta
on
for
their
sure,
choices.
Johnny.
A great example that really shines is a global feature we call corner slicing, where as you round a corner or go through a doorway, your weapon's going to dynamically rotate in the direction that you're rounding that corner. And since
Nice.
it's dynamic, it'll be a bit more dramatic if you're slowly clearing a room, but won't affect you at all if you're barreling full speed around that same corner. We are constantly looking for opportunities to set the bar with movement and animations in Black Ops 6.
Take cover!
Yeah, just stand there.
Our art team is super thrilled to show you the best looking characters that we've done. Through our process of photogrammetry, gear was acquired, scanned, and incorporated onto each of our operatives. For our faces, a dynamic real-time analysis of spontaneous performances was captured and processed to make every emotional, impactful moment true to actual life.
Hey, Bobby, what's up, bud?
We made sure to have special attention to the cuticles and make sure that they don't look like they're just freshly cut. There's dirt in between their nails, the oils on their palms as they're sweaty and running through situations that they're in. We're paying attention to every detail.
The thing that I'm most excited about is
Help us get to 100 likes, everybody. Come on, support the channel any way you can. We're actually streaming on our day off, and we're streaming on our day off tomorrow too, so support the channel any way you can so we can continue to do this full time. We have so many great games coming up, Metal Gear. We saw the new Perfect Dark. So many great things for us to look forward to, and I'm going to be doing 100% on all of those games, so I hope you guys are ready for it.
All while maintaining the feel and tone of the era.
We're at 103. Awesome, Vic. Awesome.
In Black Ops 6, we really strive for striking that balance between real and hyper-real, but we want to ground our effects in realism. We find real-world reference so that we can match that motion, the weight, the timing, then riff off of that and create that hyper-real look that everybody has come to know and love from Call of Duty.
The Black Ops 6 user experience is all about focusing players on what they need when they need it, and our in-game HUD is no different. From the mini-map to the ammo widget to in-game notifications, the Black Ops 6 HUD combines some of our best designs in a clean, streamlined experience. For the first time in Call of Duty, players will be able to change their HUD in dramatic ways to suit their needs.
Wow.
For instance, streamers can choose a layout optimized for their setup.
Yeah, exactly.
Centered so you don't have to look away. Want to play hardcore anywhere, or finally put the minimap in the bottom left? Those are options as well. Not only does the HUD give players important status, it connects them to the world and helps them feel rewarded for being awesome. As players track that elusive challenge or target their next level unlock, Black Ops 6 delivers an end-to-end experience from the lobby into combat and back, where player progress and achievement are celebrated in a big way.
Okay, I think they're making some good changes here, honestly.
All right, well settled.
Thanks for getting us over 100, everybody. I appreciate it. I haven't looked at the thing, so that's why I didn't know. Thank you.
Early on in Black Ops 6's development, we set a goal to make leveling and XP matter more than ever. Looking back through the Call of Duty and Black Ops
Dude, I would so love to be a game
there's
tester.
a lot of love,
Man.
both internally at Treyarch and that we see in our community.
I'd love to get into
for
the
how
game
we
business
used to
by doing
handle
either a voice actor or a game tester. I think I could be really good at both.
Traditional prestige is back in Call of Duty with Black Ops 6. We've pulled the best of the best from past Call of Duty prestige systems and are going bigger and more rewarding than ever. Players who reach max player level will have the choice to enter prestige, start fresh with relocked gear, and go through the leveling journey again. Black Ops 6 will have 10 prestiges, each with a valuable set of rewards to earn and equip to peacock your status. Players who make it through Prestige 10 aren't done. Instead, they'll graduate into Prestige Master with 1,000 additional levels to climb through and a classified reward to uncover for anyone dedicated enough to make it all the way to the end.
Oh my
The
gosh.
full Prestige system is available on
Thank you for
day
subscribing,
one in Black
Expired.
Ops 6.
Ah, they're doing some good things. You got to admit it.
We know how many of our players look forward to multiplayer,
Romic,
and
no.
we'll be providing a deep dive
That would be
on it
impossible
later
to
in the
do.
year. For now, here's some insight into our development of Black Ops 6 multiplayer. Our vision since day one has been to craft an approachable and engaging step change of that signature Black Ops multiplayer experience. We focused on supporting 3 core playstyles for launch. Enforcers are the slayers who like to kill and stay on the move. Recon is all about intel and counter-intel play. And strategists are support players who throw their bodies at objectives for the win or focus on taking out enemy score streaks for the team. All of our weapons, gear, and gadgets in multiplayer have been intentionally designed through that lens of supporting these playstyles. And of course, it wouldn't be a Black Ops game if you can't relive those action hero moments in theater mode, which we're happy to announce is returning with Black Ops 6.
Nice.
Now I said we're only getting a taste of MP today, but of course that means you're gonna get some early details on maps.
We're happy to announce that we will be launching with 16 all-new MP maps. We've got 12 core 6v6 and 4 strike maps, which can be played as 6v6 or 2v2. What do players like? What do we know that they want? So we're back to our classic 3-lane maps. We've got fast, frenetic experiences, and we have that balance with more medium-sized, like
I'm sure people's going to be like, oh no, not 3-lane maps.
action flowing, but still have meaningful decisions for the player to make. The maps have their own stories, and we have multiplayer taking place.
Yeah, it does look good,
after the campaign,
Shek.
after you
I hope
finish
it's
it.
going to
I
be
don't want to
good.
get into too many spoilers there, but you'll experience some of those locations through the multiplayer lens.
I could do Cold War before this to lead it up to it, maybe a
We've
playthrough
covered a
of it.
lot today, but couldn't leave you without giving you just one more thing.
Zombies. Wonder when the beta's going to be.
Realm-based Zombies is back, and we're picking up the Dark Aether storyline where we left it. We're excited to announce that there will be 2 brand new maps available at launch, with a curated mix of fan-favorite features and new elements to discover. For those new to Zombies, it's our unique take on the cooperative horde mode, where every map is packed full of powerful weapons and upgrades, deadly enemies, and tons of secrets to uncover. The legacy of Zombies is incredibly important to Treyarch, and we are so proud of what the mode is bringing to players in Black Ops 6. As you've heard today, the innovations in movement systems will also
I do feel bad for Treyarch because
there are many additional
they've been stuck with Call of Duty
features, both
for
new and
so many
returning.
years now, and
This
they
is
were
going
such
to
a
be
good
truly
developer.
epic
Spider-Man
return for
games and other
realm-based
things like that,
zombies.
you know?
Be on the lookout for more intel coming later this year.
I'd love to see them be able to branch out into other stuff, you know?
Now, we know we only gave you a little taste of multiplayer here today, so make sure to mark your calendars for our worldwide multiplayer reveal event at Call of Duty Next on August 28th. Make sure to stay tuned for details and watch your favorite streamers get hands-on Black Ops 6 so you can be prepped and
Probably
ready
not
to
me,
jump into our
'cause
MP beta.
I'm not really known as a
Black
Black Ops or a Call of Duty streamer, so
We'll be sharing so much more about
I'd love
Black
to be
Ops
able to
6
do it,
in the
but-
coming months and look forward to seeing your reactions and your feedback from our open beta coming up this fall and into launch. And it's not just about launch, because the team is already focused on delivering a ton of content in the live seasons, which we'll be sharing more about. Am I allowed to talk about Warzone yet?
No.
Our goal on Black Ops 6 was, and still is, to make something that is the best work we've ever done, and frankly, the most fun to play. To do that, we deconstructed all of our gameplay, our systems.
I mean, this already looks 10 times better than Modern Warfare
repeatedly
3's
asked how something could be
multiplayer. I'm
better.
just going to be honest. It does.
In some cases, that led us
Modern
to
Warfare
huge
3's
innovations
multiplayer
like
is
Omni
just-
movement, where we're now allowing players to move how real people and operators move. In other cases, it led us back to some of our classic systems like Prestige, then taking that classic system through the ringer and making updates and improvements. Across our weapons, gear, operators, maps, and more, a huge push has been to hit the highest visual and audio fidelity possible. The campaign tells an all-new Black Ops story where you're forced to go rogue and are being hunted by the teams that trained you. On top of that, the team is really focused on mission and engagement variety. Multiplayer is a key ingredient in the DNA of Black Ops, and hopefully, in this sneak peek, it was clear that every single part of the MP
Make sure you go
game
check out
will
our
be
trailer
improved
reaction for it, Joe.
better than ever.
Go check it out.
From movement to
The
shooting,
Metal Gear,
to
Solid Delta.
footsteps, to engagement systems, to death. And last but definitely not least, the triumphant return of round-based zombies. There is so much more to share across all 3 game modes before the game officially launches on October 25th. On behalf of the entire team,
This is
we
a Call
can't
of Duty
wait
that
for
I'm
you
going to
play
really look
Call of
forward to
Duty
playing.
Black Ops 6.
My man Adler's back. I love it. He's probably going to end up being the villain in the story, but I still love him. One thing I'm not a fan of is all this weird stuff